Introduction right now. So welcome to Better Step Podcast, your boy Frank Rice. And today I got a special guest. So I'm always on my own here, but today I got like 3 people with me. So we're gonna talk about trading, we're gonna talk about money. So I discover those people actually online. I see what they're doing, flexing on the gram, like all this good lifestyle and everything. I wanted to talk about it today. They're from Birmingham. We're gonna talk about trade time travel. That's how they call, the business that they're doing. So before I start, just want you guys to introduce yourself and let us know who you are. So we're gonna start with juniors. Let's go. So tell me who you are, and then for people who doesn't know you.
Well, my name's Junior. What question that you guys want to know about me?
So you are
I'm
from Birmingham.
I'm from Birmingham. I'm
Yeah.
soon 25 next week. I'm 24 at the moment.
Oh, really? The birthday.
Birthday is next week. Wednesday, is it? Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, that's it, really.
All right. So let's go with Simon.
Yep, Simon from Birmingham as well. I'm 25 now, so
Oh, okay.
from Birmingham and 25 years old.
Tom.
I'm Tom. I'm 22, and I'm from Shropshire, so still West Midlands, but just out of Birmingham.
Okay, I see. So we're just gonna go straight to it. So trade time travel. Yeah. So where the idea come from? Like who come with this idea? I don't want to create any beef between you guys. Like I'm just saying, like keep it real. Like where does that come from?
Well, do you want to go?
Yeah, so I think it all stemmed from a holiday. I think me and him went to Nice, the south of France in 2019. We went for the summer, just to go have fun and just relax really. Like I've known Junior now since I was 16. Thomas, I've known him since I was like 21. And I've been trading, the longest out of all of us here. I've been trading since I was 19 or 20.
Wow.
And we were on holiday in the summertime. And, myself and Junior, we always loved, traveling, from the get-go. And of course, I trade as well. And the reason why I started trading is to get time freedom. So I think we were on holiday and we were like, well, how about if we start something whereby we can actually provide? And it all just started with an idea just to show what trading can actually do.
Yeah.
But then, of course, now it's gone into something bigger whereby, it's a business and we want to be able to give back and so on. So the name came about, it's trade, to have time freedom to be able to travel the world. So trade time.
That's good. So are you going like to uni right now? Are you working? Are you just like doing this as a side hustle or just like
Full time? All of us full time.
So
what do you say?
All of us are full time.
Oh,
all of us are
full
full
time. You
time
guys
trading.
drop off, you're just trading now.
That's right.
Okay, so nobody's complaining, right? Family, nobody's complaining, right? I mean, people
First,
see
of course,
when they see the money.
At first, it was tough, just starting this, especially when you come from a African background.
Yeah, true.
That you want to do this for a living, you want to start a business, and the mindset is just go to uni, get a degree, and get a job. It was tough, but now that they think that we're serious, this is what we really want to do, and made life a bit easier.
That's the thing as well. Like when you go full time as well, I think at the end of the day, you've got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
I think usually when you do something as a side hustle, for example, like a plan B, don't take it as seriously. But now that obviously we're all full time, we've got no choice but to succeed, and to help us succeed at the same time.
Yeah. So, but like, how long you guys been doing that for? Like as a team, how long you guys been doing that for? Because I know, like Simon, you started way before, but you guys as a team, how long you guys been doing that for together?
So as a team, I think it's yeah, like from last May, that's when Trade Time Travel started, like September of 2019.
Okay.
But it was just boom, Instagram page, etc. With the vision of course, you know, going on to provide signals for people so they can make money as we make money and so on. But then the full team was collected, I think last May or so. And yeah, but you know, I went full-time trading in 2018. So my last job, I remember it was March 2018. I got sacked. I sold my car,
Yeah.
and I just put everything into my trading account. I finished uni, and I was just so adamant that it was going to be this, and just ran with it. Failed a lot, made a lot of mistakes, but it evidently, you know, it pays off. So,
But what about when it comes? Because some people they might think that actually easy. When it comes to learn, what did you learn from like your dad, your father, your friend? What did you or just on your own like you learn?
No, so we have my mentors is a guy from America called Steve Morrow.
Yeah.
And he was basically, you know, the guy who taught, you know, pretty much everything when it comes to the FX market. He's the one that basically taught myself, and then of course I got the boys involved, because he basically speaks on the fundamental backgrounds of actually what happens in trading or in the financial market, and how the banks are actually the ones who, you know, are going and making the, you know, the movements going on in the forex market. And that's who I learned from, and that was back. So I got involved with his course in 2016. Yeah, January 2016. That's when I had his course, or December 2015, and then I started trading, you know, January 2016. So yeah.
So what about Junior and Tom? It take you guys like a long time as well to learn, like, or it was just more like, did you understand it before, or it was more Simon actually introduced you guys to it?
Well,
It was
I never understood it.
Yeah.
I'm still learning. I'm still currently learning at the moment
Yeah.
compared to his knowledge. But for me, I'm more focused on the business side of things.
Yeah.
That's really what I do. I focus on the business side. And forwards, I leave the experts. I focus on what I specialize the most.
What you
You know,
specialize in, like in the team? What do you do?
specialize in marketing and designing and business.
Yeah,
Basically.
because I see a lot of work on your Instagram. I'm like, whoa, like the video,
That
everything is
sounds
just on
good.
point.
Yeah,
I
that's
was like,
that
yo,
man here.
That's all
okay,
him.
that's cool. You know, I might holler at you next time. Like what you guys are doing very good actually.
Yeah, that's just the way we like to do things. We just like to divide things. Like, if you're good in this area, you focus on that.
I
You
think
know,
that's
don't try
yeah,
and jump in an area where you don't understand things and
yeah.
make a mess of the thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like I focus purely on business, the design, and the marketing side. Him,
You
words
do the
of
money
course.
side. Yeah.
Me,
Yeah.
I'm
What about
I'm a
Tim?
bit of both.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of both. So I still do on my side in terms of business. It's the partnerships where that's like signing with brokers, and in terms of the finance, accountancy, I'll do that as well. But in terms of trading, I'll still do the trading side as well. Because I started trading in 4 years ago. So I started when I was at university, but when I was about 18, about halfway through my first year. But I was trading stocks rather than forex at the time.
Because I know like there is a lot of scam actually going on like online, like, you know, I'm not talking about you guys, but like, there's a lot of group as well where I don't know how you guys do. I remember I went to one meeting, I think it was in Birmingham, and it was so good. And then they told me like you gotta pay every single month, like, you know, £200 every single month. I don't know if you guys work the same thing as well. Because I was curious, you know what? Because it's something like everybody talk about trading. I was like, you know what? I gotta know what it's about. I went to the meeting, everything was good, and then straight away a woman told me like, yo, you gotta give me £200. And tomorrow morning, I'm like, give you some signal. I was like, are you sure those £200 I'm giving you, I'm gonna have it back at least? She's like, well, you don't know, but you have to put more money. I was like, nah. So I understand people that know how it works. Sometimes you give a signal to other people so they know exactly, you know, what to do. They just can. So for you guys, it work the same as well, or you guys are different to this, you know, those type of group?
Both, yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit of both really, because we provide signals as well, but we're not charging £200.
That was more like a direct debit, to be honest. Like,
Yeah. I think, you know, with the signal providing service, all it is, you are copying what they are doing.
yeah, pretty much, yes.
But I think, for example, there's a lot of scammers, as you said down there. Is the problem with the internet now is that they just show the good stuff.
Yeah.
We've, from the beginning, since we started, we've never been afraid to show our losses. Like,
Yeah.
we make losses, we make sure we post it. You know, it's because we don't want to make it seem a thing that, you know, you come here and you're going to be rich by tomorrow. Like, it took and it takes a lot of work.
It takes
you know,
money to make money as well.
exactly. In this industry, we don't try and lie to people and say, look, deposit £100 and you're gonna make 10 grand by the end of the week. That's just full on lies, you know what I'm saying? So I think, you know, we've reached an age whereby we're all in our young adulthood, etc. So majority of people are working, right? So if you really want to make a side hustle, whatever, side money, etc., most people are gonna have some funds there from their work, etc., that they can invest and make an extra, I don't know, whatever. Because I always say this to people. This for me started as a side hustle. I was a waiter whilst I was in uni at Turtle Bay, and literally all I did is I would invest the money I would earn from Turtle Bay, because I decided to stay at home. I didn't want to move out, you know, to just to be able to save money and so on. But the reason why as well was also to try and get myself in a place where I know what I want to do. The ultimate thing was always to be able to have time freedom so I can be able to spend with my children. So I didn't have that growing up. So I needed to find, what is it going to be? Is it going to be network marketing? Is it going to be X, Y, Z? What is it going to be? So I stayed at home. So all the money I was earning from work, I could, you know, spend on whatever. And yeah, so it took me, you know, 5 years to get to where I'm at now in the Forex market. You know, but it all started with making little £5. And I still have records of everything, like £10 in a trade or in a week, etc. And then as time goes on, that grows, you know. And yeah,
that's the thing as well.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think the difficulty as well, like for a business as well, like in terms of trading, is quite a low startup, like barriers to entry. Obviously, I'm sure you see many, like I said, uni kids starting a signal service, saying invest £250 and you can make it into 10 grand by whatever. And because obviously the lifestyle it promotes, whether that be, you know, rented Lamborghinis or they go to a house viewing and say it is their own house, for example. It's quite hard to differentiate and take that stigma away from the business. So that's why usually you go on our Instagram and you won't see stacks of cash on the table. You won't see, you know, Rolexes or anything like that. And I think if you want to start up a proper business, you know, with all like the regulations like we do and everything, that does take time and it takes money. And if you're serious about it for a lot of these signal people, they come and go, they'll fade. But a long-term business that we see and we envision for us, that takes time and money to do. So we hope that people actually see that in the long run.
Because what you guys are doing now, actually, as a team, is actually working. But like for people who want to get involved, how does it work? Do you guys actually train people, or do you, you know, do you recruit people on your team? Do you have like some network, or you just like keep the knowledge to yourself and the money to yourself? You know.
I mean, it'll seem like that way at the moment. Don't get me wrong, we have plans. We do have plans, of course, of expanding. But obviously, as we only started last May, officially the business. The first 12 months of the business are hectic. So we do have plans along the way, but right now at the moment it's just a signal service. Of course, you know, we have other avenues in as well.
So the long-term goal, because if it was just for you guys, you was not gonna put everything online to try to advertise yourself. I mean, there's something behind, right? You know, because I gotta talk to the marketing guy. You know, like I know whatever you're putting out there, you want somebody to DM you like, yo, how do you get all this money, man? Why are you traveling? Like, that's what I didn't even know like you were still in Birmingham, by the way. When I said, I was like, why this guy now? He's in America. Where is he? Like,
I think what you'll see is that like, if you I think where you'll see the honesty is obviously the page was set in roughly September 2019.
Yeah.
If you look at all of the traveling and the Forex results on the Instagram highlights, and that was before the business launched in May.
Okay.
So what you'll see is you'll actually see that it is honest, because obviously all the traveling was conducted actually before the business started as well.
Not all the traveling.
Not all of it, but a lot of traveling.
One.
Just one.
Just one.
That was
The niece.
Yeah.
The And yeah, that was prior. Yeah, it was that same year. But then a lot of it was done. You know, like we went to America last year.
Yeah.
You know, to Miami in
America,
Palma de Mallorca, Nice again,
Monaco.
Monaco. You know, so but 2020, of course, it hindered quite a few things because we were meant to go to Bali in September. No, September, yeah, until October. The plan last year was to travel 1 month on, 1 month off, 1 month on, like 6 times in the year. Of course, lockdown came into place. We couldn't do that. But we like to spend our money in experiences.
Yeah.
So traveling the world, seeing different parts of the world. Don't get me wrong, there's other traders that are gonna go and buy Rolexes and Lambos and everything, but it's like you buy these things and you know you start to see the value of it just diminishing. Like especially during lockdown, my first year of real success in the markets, boom, you know, you have money to go and buy lubes now. You can go and do this, you can you just spend, but then afterwards, like when you go through a bad patch or when you know, going through a rough time like we all had in 2020, these things like matters nothing.
Yeah.
You know, they're there in my wardrobe, etc. But what value is it adding? So I think, you know, what we try to focus on is just try to create experiences that it's long lasting, because you can buy shoes now, buy a pair of lubes now. Tomorrow they're not going to be popular anymore. I remember
that's the thing as well. Like a lot of people buying things for the whole for the last 3 months, and when we're gonna come out, people be like, oh, you know what, this is not even, you know, like it's not popping anymore. That's what's gonna happen as well. So you gotta have to sell it.
I remember, I think was it them Balenciaga runners? Remember them? How they were popping, etc. Now nobody wears them. You know, Giuseppe's once upon a time it was the shoes to have. Now nobody wears them. So it's like, you know, we can have all these different things and spend, you know, on a Rolex and this and that, but it's mainly for show. Look at guys that. But then deep down, if you don't have a good foundation there, you'll still be depressed, you know. So
but do you think start trading, like for you guys, like it actually change you guys the view of things, like, you know, like your life, the way you see life, the way you see people, the way you judge, like everything?
I wouldn't even say trading. I'll probably say
You change yourself.
You know, like just the foundation of business. Like it teaches you how to become a man, if that makes sense. If I'm correct.
Yeah.
The right word. You know, like in terms of going through hardship, in terms of going through pain, you know, and just have to endure. And I don't even know, man.
I think patience and discipline. Honestly, like we've spent, like, for example, even some getting some partnerships and regulations, it's months of hard work.
Hard work just to see one result.
Really?
Literally, and even with discipline as well. To go back to the forex market, you know, risk management. There could be discipline across all other areas of life as well. And I've just learned to become more patient, I guess, with people as well. Yeah, I think with people.
Dealing with customers, you know, that's like Stephen. Like, you know, and then you start learning. Just every day, you always learn. You think.
But what about money? Do you think it changed the way you see money as well? You give more value to money, because
I think the best thing is
your value to money changes. Like you
know, like every penny counts.
In a way, like a couple of years ago, like when I actually made some money, and I said to myself, like, because when I first started doing it, I started buying, you know, everyone entries to the club, so I was just buying drinks left, right, and centre.
Yeah.
And then I remember that on a couple of evenings, and then now I look at it, I turn around and say, that 150, 200 pounds spent on a night out, oh, I could have put it in my trading account, I could have invested. So that's where I mentality changes. Rather than spend it on materialistic stuff, I really spend it on experience, or I put more into my trading account or something else long term.
True.
I would say, like, in terms of money wise, money is just a tool. You know, it's just a tool, basically. Like,
to help you.
Before forex, you know, when I used to lose like £5, I used to get mad. You know, like literally, I used to get £5 my days. But now doing forex, you start to learn. Okay, cool. If you lose it, it's okay. It's a tool. That tool is always coming back to you. You know, it's like you can lose £5 a day, tomorrow you're £100 up. That's
So
how the game works, you know.
that's good. I see you guys talking about like Birmingham a lot as well. So what do you like? Do you guys want to bring something different? Like, because you guys are from, I mean, I know you say West Midland, I'll put you, in case of Birmingham. So, I know you guys, yeah, you guys talk about the city, like my city, my city. Why you guys want to like bring something different here? Because I know a lot of people doing the trading stuff, but like you have less people actually coming together. Like you guys good because you're young, you're fresh, you're bringing something different. And what do you what is the message behind, like you guys want to say something to people, inspire people?
Inspire people.
Inspire
I hope you
people.
don't I hope you don't want to make people quit uni, right?
No,
But we all got degrees.
yeah.
Oh, that's
well,
good. That's good actually, because many
We all got
always have to have your back, like a backup plan. You always have to have it.
I think it depends what
Just
you
for
want
the
as well.
parent, like as long as your parents are happy, you get your degree. Now they're gonna say,
Yeah.
I give you what you want, I got it. So just leave me alone. All right.
Yeah, I think it's really to inspire people, because I went with a certain law of life where you see the average billionaire or multimillionaire, they tend to get there in their 40s. So I'm a Christian, right? And when I became a Christian at 18. Like I fully gave my heart to God when I was 18.
Yeah.
And then when I was 18, I just began to really focus in life, right? And I
Yeah.
said to myself, okay, the average millionaire, they make it in their 40s. Why? Because when they're between the ages of 18 to about 23, 22, it's just party. We want to have fun. We want to just do as much madness. And then from 23 till about 30, that's when
Yeah.
you begin to start settling down in your job, get married, get a mortgage. And then between 30 to about 35, you start getting tired of your job. And it's like, man, I need to do something because I don't see my children grow up. And that's when you see people start their business at the 35, and then the 35 to about 45, because the first 5 years tend to be the hardest. Then they start making their money, and then from 40 to 45, that's when the millions happen. So what I decided to do is reverse that. Rather than starting that process when I'm 35, I said,
Yeah.
let me do that when I'm 18. So at 18, I was already searching. So I was doing network marketing, bam, bam, bam. And then when I came into the FX market at the age of 20, I just got my head down. You see, most young people of our generation is that they'll try this and then they'll try that. And then they just keep doing different things. I said, I'm just going to focus on one and make it happen. And I failed. I failed bad. So much so I didn't even have a pound to buy bread. It was that bad. And you can imagine, African background, how your parents are going to be like, finished uni, I'm not going to work, etc. They're saying, this boy's crazy, da, 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 da. And I just went 100% at it. But looking back at it now, it's been 5 years, I'm 25 now. I'm in a position whereby, by God's grace, I'm able to give however much I want to my family without even hesitating.
That's the goal. That's the goal, man. The goal is to be successful, no matter how you get. Like the goal is to get it, no matter what road you take. The goal is just to get there, to be successful.
People,
Tom, you want to
see
say
the
something?
results there.
Yeah, the results what matter.
But they'll see all these results, but at the end of the day, what they won't see is 14 hours a day. Your work. Let's just say you had a 9 to 5 job, but you wake up at 6 a.m. You study for 2 hours before you go to a job, and you study for 4 or 5 hours when you finish your job.
Yeah.
And you do it on top of a full-time job. And a lot of people, they'll either hate on you when you're not doing well and think you're stupid.
Sure.
And even when you do well, they'll say it's all down to luck. But they won't see those long nights, maybe lose friendships over it. Your family will doubt you. You have everyone against you, and they don't see that. And that's tough as well. I think that's what builds discipline as well.
So what about your friend? Because I know you guys grew up, most of you guys grew up in Birmingham here, and it just happened a few years after that you changed, you being doing your thing now. The view that people have on you have changed as well. Do people judge you? How do you guys deal with everything? Because it's good. Look, it's good to be.
We all have a guy. I'll let this guy get first.
This one.
It's good to be on the gram, everything, but when you switch off your computer in the street now, be like, oh, is that you? Yeah, you that nigga, right? That's what I'm saying. So how do you deal with that?
I think when you want to go and do something, something great where no one else can really see it.
Yeah.
A lot of people will leave you. So because what started to happen with me is when I started in this adventure, everybody was calling me crazy because I was losing money like it was crazy. You know, I was just losing, failing, and then people started disappearing. So the friends started disappearing. Girls started disappearing as well because
They're coming back now, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like you haven't got anything, you haven't got any money. What can you actually bring to the table for me?
Yeah.
And then of course your family, they also be negative on you. So it's like you feel so alone in that moment in time.
I bet they're like, just find a normal job. Why don't you just be like everybody? Like,
my support system was literally my little cousins. It's so crazy. I had my little cousin who's 10, the other one is 7, and the other one was like 18 now, but they were younger. They were the only ones that believed in me, and my grandmother. And then of course my fiance, who I'm with now, came a bit later on down the line, believed in me when I had nothing. So it's crazy because you see all these people disappear and then they slowly creepily start coming in because
when
they watch.
You see you shining, and that's what when you see something, that's what it's done. Like, you know what? That's my boy. You see on the gram that that's him. I know him. You know.
And not only that, they start calling you and they start asking for favors. Long time. That one there. They expect you to give them this or that, and
really,
man, like, bro, like you disappeared for my toughest times, and now all of a sudden you're showing up again. And family as well, man. But of course, family, you can never despise your family, no matter how hard they do you, etc.
You better not have your family on the ground, man. They're gonna be asking for the bill every month. Especially African parent, man. You know what I'm talking about.
I make sure to take care of my family, because as crazy as it sounds, I never got kicked out, fortunately.
That's good, man. That's good.
I still stayed at home, but I'll let you guys say your piece.
Nah, you pretty much said the whole thing, because that's the storyline.
Yeah.
Every successful person, like, same with me, it's the same thing, but the only thing that I did basically is I divided myself or separated myself with people who never had the same mindset as me, because it's a thing where I felt like I was wasting a lot of time, I was wasting a lot of time doing pointless things that I don't really felt wanted to do, like sometimes, how we usually demand them, we come, we play FIFA, we talk about girls. I always felt like, for me, that's a waste of time, like we're getting old, like we need to start thinking about long-term plans, like you come in your circle, everyone just want to talk about, let's go meet this girl, let's go waste our time over there, then you start, well, that's basically for me, and what he basically said as well goes in line with what I've experienced, like people never really believed, like, and this is what I want to do. We've been doing business for what? It was 18. Like, trying different things. You ever heard about Vima?
Yeah, I heard about it, but I don't know what it's really
We've
about.
been doing that. People calling us crazy from young age. So we're used to it. Junior, you're crazy. Thank you. Keep it moving. You know what I'm saying?
As long as you believe in your dream, that's the thing. People call you crazy because they don't understand the mindset.
We're doing it, we fail, they laugh. We're doing it, we fail, they laugh. We're doing it, we fail, they're like, no, we're doing this. No one's talking.
They're just watching.
They're just watching.
People are watching. People are not talking yet. Yeah.
And like they're just waiting for the downfall. But at the end of the day, in order to win, you gotta suffer first.
The good thing about this game, go on, say time, and I'll say after.
Yeah, I said the biggest thing that I think I learned is lonely. I think lonely, like, I think even when you're self-employed, for example, a lot of hire people or they network with obviously their agencies and everything, but with a trader, it's just you and your laptop. And don't get me wrong, that brings much freedom where, you can work anywhere in the world, but, I lost, I stopped relationships because of it for years. I had people, when I was in my old job, they literally had me in a meeting room and they just laughed at me and said, he's going to gamble all his money away on the forex market.
Really?
And they just all laughed at me. And I still remember my phrase. I turned around to them. One day I'll send them a photo of me, in my office drinking pina colada on the beach, making some money for them. And I still hold them against that. And sometimes it's hard because you feel as if you have to prove your worth to them. but at the same time, the results speak for themselves. And you feel like you owe them, like, oh look, well, I've done this, but in reality, they're old news. And I think because I said it the other day to you guys, you go to a party, for example, or a drinks evening with someone, and someone turns around and says, oh, who are you? I don't know, I'm a marketing assistant at H&M or something like that. And everyone talks, oh, okay, what do you do on a day-to-day basis? You turn around and say, oh, I'm a trader. No one understands it, so no one can associate themselves with you. So no one listens to you. And that's why I think it's quite isolating. So one thing I realized is that the best thing to have is just a small circle of people that you can trust.
I think
rely on as well.
Yeah, I think it's really important to have that circle, because if you're in this kind of business, your mindset gonna change, and you're gonna wanna be around the people that think like you. Like Junior was saying, like, same people don't say you wanna see those girls go in the club. You don't wanna be around those kind of people, because you cannot even say to your boy like, look, I wanna do this, because they don't wanna understand like the way you see things. You just gonna wanna be around the people that think like you as well.
My circle's gone crazy.
Because what you guys doing now, people gonna actually stay away from you guys. It's just gonna happen like that. Same people, you know what? People are negative. People are broke. They don't wanna work or whatever. They're not gonna wanna be around you guys, because they're gonna feel guilty, because you guys talk about numbers, hour, work, and be like, oh, I'm not about this life. So that's the problem.
I don't blame them as well, because obviously they see the industry, and the industry is a certain type of way.
Yeah.
Instantly they associate themselves with other people like that in the industry. So it can be quite difficult.
But the good thing about this is, like, when it comes to financial, because I'm really all about financial freedom, it's the kind of thing like I've learned later, but like even my son, like, I gotta teach him all those things, because financial freedom is key to succeed, like for everything. You go to uni, they don't teach people at uni about financial freedom. You can have all the degree that you want in life. They're never gonna teach you about. They're gonna teach you about how to get a credit, mortgage. Like how to be like. They don't want to teach you how to be free to travel, like you guys doing 9 to 5. Even if you get paid a lot, you got no life. You spend most of your time at work than with your family, and that's the truth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what you guys are doing, that's the reason why when I went to your page, I was like, wow, this is really good what you guys are doing, and then you inspire a lot of people. You inspire young people as well. The only thing I can say to you guys, just keep doing what you're doing. It's gonna be hard sometime, but like make sure the circle is tight, and no matter how far you guys go, make sure you know where you come from. But the other thing as well I was gonna say to you guys, are you guys investing, or you just catching a lot of money? Like, you guys investing? Because I do trade, but I don't do the trade that you guys do. That's like, you gotta know what you're doing. I can't risk that. I buy shares, things like that. Like now I'm making more money because of the pandemic. I wish we have the lockdown. For me, the longer it lasts, the more money I'm making, like, when Boris was saying like, whoa, lockdown 2 months, I'm like, yes. I wish, like, I'm just thinking about, I hope they're going to have another lockdown in America. This day they're going to say I'm going straight online buying shares. So,
I think we, so for example, we have our own personal trading accounts as well.
Yeah.
So all three of us have our own personal trading accounts, and we have a corporate account. So the company's T3's trading account. So
okay, that's
we
good,
all, we're also making funds from that as well. So it's just growing more revenues of streams of income, really. So, but as I was saying, this industry, with every job, there's pros and cons, and I know that the cons of the industry can be lonely, but like now that you've created a team, it's really, really good, because I think for me, I've been trading the longest. So what I struggled with at first is like, okay, I'm making this money, but I've got nobody to enjoy it with, because
true.
This industry, I was saying to Junior, if you all just keep your head down, I'm telling you, you'll be able to make someone's monthly salary in a day.
True.
And that's not even a joke. It's like a normal thing. Like,
I'm talking a yearly salary.
Yeah. I remember my high. Okay, I don't want to.
Don't start there numbers.
Yeah.
No.
Like, you can make, I'm talking stupid money in this market. I think, like last year, I made money that only 24-year-olds would dream of, and it's literally, but it's years and years of grit, grind, hard work, connecting with different people, doors just began to open, and bam,
Yeah.
because of this brain and the knowledge that I had in the market. And then, as you said, lockdown was like heaven to me.
That's what I'm
The
saying.
first
People don't
lockdown,
understand.
March,
People cry. People play PlayStation every day. People are
that's what
making
I'm
money.
saying.
Like people are making money.
Exactly. That's when we launched. We launched our business during lockdown.
No, we launched this.
Oh yeah, the service during lockdown.
Yeah.
You know, so 2020 wasn't that bad after all. I think it's what you made it. I know there were so many restrictions in a sense.
For me, it's one of the best year of my life. 2020
Yeah.
was a blessing.
100%.
I've learned
you
so
know?
much.
Exactly. But it's like with young people, and I see a lot of people, oh, you know, this lockdown, I can't go to the pub, I can't enjoy it. But then when they get back to the 9 to 5, they complain and they say, oh, Simon, I want to be like you.
They've got all the time
You
in the
know?
world. Well,
Exactly. Like right now, they're getting paid and they have all the time. They don't have to wake up to leave to drive to work. They can do, like my fiance, she literally, but no one knows who she is, but I'm baiting her out right now, right? She will have her work laptop there, right? And she's not doing work. You know, she'll do whatever she needs. Like today, we went to my family's house. She's meant to finish her work at 5. We went to my family's house at 2 o'clock. Yeah, the work laptop. You know, but my point is, I push her to go and do what you need to do. You want to escape the 9 to 5, put the work in. And if you put the work in and you focus solely on one thing, it's a law of life that's going to happen.
well, I respect, like, for me, it's more like
9
to 5. In like,
Yeah.
And
At some
like,
point,
at some point. And a lot of people, they make it out in the industry that they don't respect that work 9 to 5. Like, yeah, but like to me, I still respect the 9 to 5, as in terms of, but for the people that complain that they don't have enough, but when they come back at 5, 6 p.m., they'll cook dinner and then they'll just watch Netflix all day. Like if you work obviously those hours and then you go back and do something on the side to try and build that income is twice your 9 to 5 income, and then there's no reason not to respect it.
True.
And then you can break free, but because a lot of people are taught, you go to job, you come home, you get 20 days off a year, that's it. Like you're told, I mean, think about it, like you're told when you can go to lunch, someone's told when they can go to the toilet, you're told when you can have your holiday. But for us, like if you're working 9 to 5 and then you use that money to fund a trading account or some network marketing, there's nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah. I think what you guys are doing is good actually, but long term, what I can advise you guys actually, when you got all this money, you got to think about investing in other areas, or like real estate, or putting your money somewhere else where you actually can grow. Because the goal is always, I'm sure you guys are already thinking about it. The goal is always to.
Our aim, you know, I don't know if you know much about hedge funds.
Yes, I heard about it. Yes.
And it's gonna sound crazy, but we want to be owners of our own hedge fund. And it starts like this. It sounds today, you know, people will say, you guys are crazy, but being called crazy is like a normal thing for us now. You know, you know, we got called crazy that, you know, one day you're gonna be doing this work. Like today, from my job, I earn footballer wages, and it's you would think to yourself,
yo, this is dangerous what you say, man.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what the industry can do if you put your head down. So it sounded crazy. Like my family said, this is crazy what you're doing. But now they're like, wow, that's my son. I'm so proud of it. Blah, 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 blah. I'm getting married. I'm not asking a dime from my family. Yes, I've got pressure, you know, and getting everything. But it's like, just to have that freedom where I don't need to ask my family or put my family in pressure, you know, to do X, Y, Z. That's what we love. You know, he's got his own place. You know, we got our own place. It's like we put in the work, and of course, the ultimate aim is to have a hedge fund. You know, and of course, once we take over the game in the FX market, we got the hedge fund just building and just making money for us. You know, without even us having to worry. Well, real estate, we have that. Like we have different interests. You know, so. I know myself, like I'm starting to look at real estate as well. So that is another aim, you know, start looking at that. Junior has different names, Tom has different names. So, you know, I think the sky is the limit because, you know, looking at how the trajectory of these past 5 years has been for me, it shows to me that it's possible.
Yeah.
Because remember what I said at the beginning, from the 40 or 35 to 40 age gap, that's when they start their business and they start making that, money like on the 5th year. That's exactly what happened to me. On my 4th to 5th year, that's when I made the most money. So if I'm seeing that, bam, this is what can happen, in this time frame, and I'm only 25, imagine the rest of my life, so
Yeah.
impossible is non-existent in our world.
Before we wrap it up, I have a few questions to ask you guys again. So tell me about your day, like when you guys, because you guys always together. Because I always see like Junior and Simon together. Like, oh, you guys always, I feel like you guys travel around or whatever. But like, how is your day like when you wake up? So like a day of somebody that trade, like you just wake up with your you sleep with your laptop in the side or something. You know, I mean, like you trust your computer more than your fiance, right?
This is funny. It's like in the bed with your laptop.
So like you gotta have some time, or how does it work?
We're all a bit different. Right?
Yeah, the three of us will have different aspects of it because, so for me, I have to keep more eye on the market, etc.
Yeah.
Because I've got to keep in mind that there's clients that need to, that they pay for our service, they want to make money, and so on. So I have to keep an eye out on the market. Junior's more, he'll wake up and work on the marketing side. Tom will work on different things. So for me, I wake up at 6 every morning. I wake up at 6, start my day, start looking for pairs. I'll take a trade and then just manage it. It's about monitoring and managing the trade. And if I can't, boom, Tom, make sure you keep an eye out on this. If this happens, send a message through. If that happens, do this, do that, and vice versa. So yeah.
Can I just
Yeah.
out something? A lot, when they think about traders,
Yeah.
you're sitting on the screen, that's what you see on your computer. It's not like that at all. Majority of the time, we're playing FIFA, watching YouTube. That's
YouTube, yeah.
That's one of the things that we know.
At least you're watching. There's money doing something for you. That's the key.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a different. Like
The things that we try to show on the Instagram page. Because a lot of people think we sit on computers.
Yeah.
We don't.
Like look at us like now, like
Like now, for example, we're on the trade right now, but we're on a podcast to you.
Yeah.
Like that's one thing that we try showing. We try showing that freedom on the page. Like Forex is not just sitting on the screen. Remember that girl? Like she said, remember that girl that what's her name again? She's trying to sign up, and she was like, "Oh, did you guys just look at the screen all day?" Remember?
I can't remember because you guys have I have zero access to Instagram account.
Oh yeah, there's a girl. That's the question.
So Junior is the guy behind, right? See all the DM and everything, right?
Oh no, he answers them sometimes. He answers them sometimes.
Okay.
But like,
creative stuff, yeah, I'll leave it to you.
like people, that's what people think, and that's what we try to show. That's not what Forex.
Yeah.
Like down, chill, travel, enjoy.
So I wake up a bit later. I wake up like 7. So I do my stuff first. So I think usually as well, we've realised that not burning out is also the biggest thing as well. So I'd wake up at 7, whether that be a meditate, workout, obviously have my breakfast and do some yoga sometimes. Then I'd head over to you guys. Obviously do some work on the business as well. Obviously outside, whether that be marketing or partnerships and finance. Then we'll just go and obviously be in a trade, just relax, play some YouTube, manage the trade, and then just go back. And I make sure I try to go to obviously sleep at normal time as well. Like just so obviously I have a routine, I'm not too tired the next day. So it's not too long hours. Like excessively stare at a screen 24/7.
So what is like the most? I mean, you guys have some hater like online or something. Like people coming at you like trying to.
Nah.
No yet, right?
I think the silent haters.
Yeah. The watchers.
There's a lot of silent haters.
There's not like somebody on YouTube doing the review or anything yet, right?
Oh, yeah, not yet.
You gotta get there because you're always gonna have this kind of people.
That's always gonna be 100%. No matter how successful you are. I remember there was one trade that we took and must have made like $8,000. No, it was 12,000 pounds I made in a day.
Oh yeah, I remember this one. Yeah.
The girl, she DM'd us, says that can't be true. That's not
demo.
It's like it's a demo account. Blah blah blah. But knowing myself, I'm not gonna reply to that because I know what is true. She was probably at her workplace, not to disrespect, not to hate or anything like that. She enjoys the job. God bless her on that one. But if you have that much time to come and bring negativity, because that's the thing.
We don't need to post a screenshot that it's a real account.
We don't. And that's the thing. I think my biggest loss, I remember my biggest loss on a trading account, on a trading day was £28,000 in a single day. Right?
Wow, 28,000.
28 grand. And I'm not scared to show that. Bam. We post it online. It's like, and that's the thing.
You haven't posted, that's the thing, like you posted that biggest loser, but you haven't posted even the biggest winner.
The biggest winner.
My biggest winner. Risk,
yeah, my biggest winner. I said no, don't post it online. I said no, it's okay.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like it's someone's yearly wage.
That's too much.
Single day.
Yeah, you're gonna have somebody knock your door, man. I need them.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want people to be, and because Birmingham is so small, sometimes me and Gina, you know, go shopping. I remember there'd be people looking at us like
really?
Is that them?
Like staring at us.
On the ground.
And it's like, man, okay. And that's the thing. It's a crazy thing. Since we started T3, there's no hiding anymore.
Yeah.
But I like to keep my private life private. My personal Instagram is private. I keep it private, and I'm gonna maintain keeping it private.
You can talk about private. When I go to your Instagram, that is nothing private, man. I see like you don't talk, but no, I know exactly what you mean. Your personal Instagram is private, but when you go to your work Instagram, God, you know, if you're broke, you be like, people are gonna go mad for no reason, man. Like,
nah, we agree. Like, what we do is because in our way, obviously, we don't post like cash, we don't post Rolexes, we don't post like Lambos.
Yeah.
But what we do is we use that source of inspiration, and that's not freedom. That means that's a typical excuse, but it's nothing like, you know, your job is not good enough, join us. You know, to us, it's just traveling. We post results, but most of them are clients' results.
Yeah.
They're not ours. Like, other people making money.
Sure.
We see it as a source of inspiration.
Yeah, I mean, it's good that you guys don't talk too much on the pages, or there's more like, you know, Junior is doing his thing with the camera and everything, flexing and just like walking around. It's quite good. I like the one you did, you know, the Birmingham one. That's really good as well, you know, like, guys, I think it was one of the last one you guys did. Like, there was like a tram as well. Yeah, I saw that one. That was actually dope. So what is the most challenging things like to be a trader? Like, keep it real. Like,
for me personally, I think for me, I struggled more so when it was dealing with clientele and dealing with like different people's pressure. Like, I think the first month we had like over 70 people, and it's like, whoa. It's like you have that on your shoulders, and for me, the guy that's mainly behind the trading.
over 70 people. How?
Yeah, like all like in the space of like a couple, like 2 weeks, you know. And for me, I then started to have that on my mind a lot. So dealing with that, I think I struggled with at first because I was putting a lot of pressure on myself, and of course the boys helped me. That's why they took me out of the Instagram account, so I don't have access to DMs, that, you know what I'm saying? So I think that was the biggest pressure. But also, I think as a trader now, we're trying to break that loneliness community, and we want to bring traders together, because I think this industry, as I say, is so good because you can, number one, make money. There's no cap on how much you can make. Number two, you have time freedom. And number three, that's how we're trying to implement the community of traders, so we can be able, because what we want to do, we want to take our clientele, God willing, hopefully things open up, we want to take them on holiday, you know, on you know, our 2-year anniversary of you know, somewhere in the Caribbean, and just enjoy, because we love jet skis. Like if you look on our reels, etc., every time we travel, listen, we need to find where the jet skis are at, you know. So
that's rich people way of playing, man. Like,
no, but that's what I'm saying. But that's gonna be something.
We want them to experience that.
Yeah, we want our clients to be able to experience that.
That's good. That's
show
good.
them, because we're not. I don't know if you know Birmingham too tough, but you know, where me and Junior grew up in Birmingham, it was not privileged at all. Newtown, if you know about Birmingham.
Yeah, one of the worst. Yeah.
Exactly.
The closest thing to Hansa, right? Yeah.
Exactly. You know, so I've seen gun violence happen in Newtown. I've seen a lot of drugs happen in Newtown. I've seen people being stabbed, but we just decided and said, we're not going to go down that path. We're going to get our heads down. We don't want to use our uni degrees and go work for somebody else, but we're going to find something that we can, you know, establish ourselves and have time freedom so we can be there for our families and our children in the future and be able to travel whenever we want. Like, just December just gone, this guy was talking, yo, let's go Dubai, man, let's go Dubai, etc. Blah, blah, blah. But New Year's Eve, I like spending with my family.
Yeah.
But like now we're talking, we're already trying to plan things, etc. Okay, well, in February, let's try and go somewhere. Where's open? Like the past few days, we've just been looking online, where is open right now? And we'll come to the conclusion, we're going to wait until the 31st when we do that reviews nonsense stuff. And then we're going to decide, we're going to travel, I don't know, wherever it's open. Wherever's open and they've got jet skis available and it's warm, we're going there.
I mean, that's what you call financial freedom, because nothing's really stopping you to go whatever you want to go.
I think that's
a good thing.
I think the tough thing as well is that, like, even on bad days, keeping your head straight and being positive. Also, like, for me, like Simon, even when I saw him like 3 years ago, like that for me was a tough period for me. But then, like, I've met like the most positive person ever. Like, the guy's always smiling, no matter what happens. He's always smiling and he always believes. And I think obviously it's because you came from that bottom and now you are where you are.
That's good.
I think that's what I've learned. Like, I'm still learning more positive, and I think, you know what, that positivity rubs off on other people as well.
I mean, Simon was talking about like gang violence, like, you know, the way you grew up and everything. So you guys thinking about it, do you think this is actually one of the best way to kind of keep you away from the street as well? Like, if I can say it that way, like, you know, because I'm sure you guys still have some friends who are just there chilling and just, you know, doing some stuff on the street. So do you actually, sometimes you come across people, you just talk to them, or you just prefer your work to talk instead?
I think
for all you guys, yeah.
I would say we like. I'm the type of person that will speak to you. I think I went, you know, to Newtown recently. I went to Newtown today. I saw a kid that I know, and I was just telling him, look, stay out of trouble, keep your head down, and just get to work, and so on. So I think I'm the type of person who likes to let my work do the talking, but as well, I'll speak to you. If you're my friend, if I know you, etc., I'm going to speak to you. I'll be like, look, bro, come on, man, get your head screwed on, man, because it's not worth it. It's either, the end result is either death or you're locked up. And we know how the system is. Once you get locked up and you come out, the opportunities go even smaller. So, you know, I'm the type of person, and I know he has people as well that he speaks to, youngers, you know, from where he grew up as well, where he will speak to them and just, you know, tell them and just advise them. Because, you know, you look at all these, you know, black, successful, you know, millionaires like P. Diddy, Jay-Z, like that video that went viral of them toasting last
I
year.
saw that with Kevin Hart. There was a lot of people
Hart
there.
And everything. That's inspiring, because it's like, man, you can see that, yo, these guys came from the exact same upbringing as us. Rough upbringing, made it out. They're in their 40s, they're living. And that's why I tell Julian every time, even when we have a bad week, a bad month, whatever it is, listen, that's the vision. These guys were grinding at it when they were 24, 25. Look where they are now at 40. You know, and look how further ahead we are from the rest. That's the thing. Most people our age are not where we are, and that's not to brag or anything, but it's just that we decided to get our heads down when we were 18, when everyone was partying, when everybody was clubbing, when everybody was just getting wasted week in, week out. We were getting our heads down. We weren't in the clubs. We were just studying. You know what I'm saying? So of course we're going to be ahead. And now that most people are trying to get to where they want to be at the age of 25, is harder because they've got that 9 to 5 holding them. So it's responsibilities. You know what I'm saying? So some have children, and it's harder. So for us, it's different because we took, okay, we're young, we're at home. Boom, let's take advantage of that. Let's get our heads down. Let's get to work. And by the time we're 25,
so I forced myself to. I mean, I lived out of uni, but when I graduated, I forced myself to move out straight away.
Yeah.
Because
you forced yourself to move out?
Yeah, because I just said to myself, I mean, I lived out through uni and everything, but I forced myself to move out as soon as I graduated. So I said, at the end of the day, it gives me a reason to succeed. You know, if you're not in the right environment, that's going to affect you. If you're sat at home, you're playing FIFA, you do a bit of trading on the side, you're never going to really commit to it, and you've got
True.
When you realise there's nothing to fall back on, you know, when you've got your bills to pay, you've got you know, like friends that obviously want to help support. If you're not earning money, then you're going to go broke pretty quick. So there's
True,
no
true.
option but to succeed. To me, that's why I've always said. I know you mentioned about a plan B, about getting obviously. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying no to a university degree. We've all got it. But to me, the moment you have a plan B, you're already preparing for failure of a plan A because you don't actually truly believe in it.
And be distracted.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how it is.
And that's the thing. The three of us, we didn't even plan this, but we literally think the same, and that's why it works so well. Because it's like,
Yeah.
I know as I said, like there's nothing wrong with the plan B, but we just went at this 100%. And it's important that the people that we have by our side, so you know, our girlfriends and everything, they're literally by our side and they believe in what we do. I have a jumper I was wearing before this. It says, "My circle's small for a reason." But I can't have a big circle because if I keep having a big circle, there's going to be so many voices that can influence my decisions.
I think 3 is a good number. Actually, 3 is a good number. It's like three, like it. But what do you say? So I cannot hear you properly.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. So I say one thing you'll realise is that you realise who your true friends are as well.
True.
And even when things go bad as well, obviously I had my girlfriend there supporting me, and this was, you know, she was there straight away, and there was no hesitation, and that's when you realise actually those are the people that you want to keep in your life. Because when things are going bad, they'll be there for you. And that's the thing. We realised us three have the same vision. We know what we want. We have the same goals and plans. So to be fair, like, I can't see any option but success.
Good. So talking about jumper, don't worry about it. I know exactly what you guys are wearing right now. So you know, so tell me about it, man. Are you guys working on your own brand, or you just like, you know, you just okay? Is it Junior again, right?
Are we working on our own jumpers? Okay.
Own brand.
I'm wearing my own thing as well, by the way. This one is my own thing, so I'm not doing advertise or anybody else.
Gym till death, yeah?
Yeah. It's something that we are working on with one of my friends. So I'm wearing my own brand. So talk to me. So what you guys doing?
What we doing? Should I say?
Is it spoilers or
Well,
is it?
sorry. I mean, it's a secret. I respect you guys, whatever. But I can see, like, you know, there's something going on here. I
There
like
is
the
obviously a
logo, by the
building
way.
brand.
There is this right here. What we're wearing is basically just a prototype, a sample to show what's to go.
That's good, actually.
That's pretty much all I can say.
It's just for the name, or is it like a line? I mean, it's like a brand that you guys wanna
It's
push.
in line, in line for the community. Like
Nice.
we want to just basically this marketing.
Yeah.
People wear this, they're marking us for free, basically.
That's true, but they wear. Yeah, they wear.
I don't know. I just don't want to say.
Don't say too much. I know where you're coming from. I'm sorry for asking that, but I could see that you guys wear it for a reason. I was like, well, I can see, because they're not just a jumper. I think there was another. I think I saw you with another. I think it was a jacket or something you was wearing in the video. You know, something like that.
Jacket.
I think it was. I don't know if it was a jacket.
Oh,
Oh, the hat as well. Okay, I see that. I like the logo though. It's dope. I like it. The logo is good. So before we finish, anything else you guys want to say? You know, anything I didn't go through, something you want to share with people, anything, you know, one by one, you guys. So you know.
For me, I would say that people need to stop thinking short term, start working on long term, because long term is the key. Short term, it's not the key. Like, for example, we've been, like you're saying, like we've been doing this for so long. We don't think short term. We don't think short money, because short money never lasts. We think long one. Like you're saying, you clearly said, like by the age of 30, by the age of 40, you want to become a billionaire. Some people, when they start their business, they want to become a billionaire.
Yeah.
If I'm not a billionaire tonight, I'm quitting.
Yeah.
There's no sound now. Sorry, there was no sound.
Which part?
No, it's
The
good
whole
now.
part.
Yes, no, just say the last bit that you say.
Like I said, for me, what I usually say to people is to focus on the long run. Like if you're not driving a Mercedes on your first year, it's okay. You don't have a house in your second year, it's okay. If you don't have money on your third year, it's okay, because the fifth year, the 10th year, mate, you're winning. You know, like don't focus on your environment, but focus on your vision. That's what I would say.
I'll just give the analogy of the Chinese bamboo tree. Don't know if you ever heard it before. Chinese bamboo tree, it takes 5 years for it to grow, right? But first 4 years, the seed, or you won't see anything for the first 4 years. You plant the seed has, you have to water it every single day for 5 years, right? 5 years straight, right? And then on the 5th year, after 6 weeks, it grows 100 meters tall.
Yeah.
What am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is you have to water your dream day in, day out. It's like Junior said, even if you don't see anything coming out of it, like results for people to see, I'm telling you, the roots are going down. They're going down and they soaking up the soil and everything. Because as Junior said, from the 5th year onwards, you're going to start seeing things moving. And when things start moving, it's like Pop Smoke says, when it rains, it pours.
Good. That was nice, actually. So yeah, what about you, Tom? What are you saying?
I think mine's pretty short, but I think it links to you. Like, I think mine was, I think the closer you are to giving up, usually that's when you're actually right at the end and you're just about to. People, I think, I'm not sure if you see the picture where, the guy's digging underground and with the diamonds, and he quit.
And they stop when
this much like soil left, and you just say to yourself, like, usually it's because people they either expect instant results, or if they spend 4 years working for something, they don't see anything, they think it's a failure. But
go ahead.
Late, because like when I first started trading with him, I was making £5 a week. Like, can you imagine waking up at 6 a.m. and you finish your trade at what time? 8 p.m. just to make like EP, you know, at the end of the week you end up with £5, you know, like
it can be demotivating. Yeah, I think that's the thing. Like, but then usually there's this one thing that just changes. There's just something that clicks, and then suddenly from then on, then you achieve what you want. And I think people need to start realizing that, okay, look, I'm going to give up on this. If they just focus on one thing and not switch between it, they'll get it eventually, and that will make up for all of the years before. I saw this one thing that this person says: when I charge for something, and it takes me 30 seconds to do, I don't charge for the 30 seconds. I charge for the 10 years it took to learn.
True. I think that's the key. I think people have to learn. It's so good to have all those saying, you know, but like when you learn, you don't really gonna need people all the time. You know what I mean? So
it's like who wants to earn, and everyone puts their hand up. It's like, who wants to learn, and it's just like completely quiet. I've seen it. It's true.
So so if anybody want to join you guys, like I think that's gonna be Junior. You know about it. So how do people can contact you guys if you guys want to get in touch?
You're a business owner.
I don't mind. I think at the moment I'll work with create community supporters as well for next month.
I don't know. Basically, we have a website.
You got a website, yeah. Good. I'll put it in the description as well for anybody want to. Go ahead.
On our bio on Instagram, all you got to do is basically just click the link, and then there's 3 selections. There's Telegram.
There's Telegram. There's the website, and there's also
ebook. Not yet. No, we took that off. So there's Telegram and the website. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And if you want to join us, the broker, that's the one.
Yeah, the broker.
You guys have a broker as well. That's good.
Yeah. So what you basically do is you click on the broker, you make an account, and then you click on Telegram, and that's when you what's the word? Join the group. Yeah.
But we don't mind people going through our website for using a market and the services. They can understand more about the company first.
Yeah.
And obviously, there's also a contact page. If you have literally any questions, you can just put it, and we'll get an email. And obviously, you can email back straight away.
What you said.
So I can't hear properly.
So it's like what you said at the start when someone was asking you have to pay them £200 a month.
Yeah.
And like with us, some people think your investment we get to touch it. No, we don't. So with the £40 a month that people are subscribing to is to receive our signal. So whatever you do on your account, that's That's
all
on you.
yours.
That's all
Yeah.
you. If you invest, for example, let's just say you invest £1,000, you invest £200, that's you. You're playing with that, and you get to decide. You get to decide whenever if you want to take a trade or not. That's completely up to you. You decide whenever you want to withdraw your money. Completely up to you. You want to take your own trade. We don't touch your account. You're just basically on our platform to receive our signals. That's what it is.
That's good, actually. So I just want to say thank you guys, and thank you for having you. Thank you, Junior, Simon, and Tom as well. So, I mean, I really appreciate whatever you guys doing. I can only wish you guys like succeed. I hope I'm gonna see more from you guys as well. So in a few years, I don't even know if I'm allowed to talk to you guys again. Be like, I appreciate, man. Like the only thing I can tell you guys, like just like, just make sure you just like stick to where you start from, like you guys start together. Make sure when you're gonna grow, whatever level life guys is gonna bring you guys, make sure you always stay together, because at the end of the day, when you run a business, it's good to work as a team, because when you don't work as a team, you put all the stress on yourself.
No, I agree.
Selfish people always feel like, I want to be rich on my own, but it doesn't work that way. You have to have people around you. As long as the people that you have around you have the same goal, have the same drive, things are always gonna be good. And then you gotta put 100% every single person, and things gonna be more relaxed. So I really appreciate you guys. Inspire a lot of people as well. What you guys been saying today was very good, and I hope somebody actually learned from this. So anybody actually want to get in touch with them, make sure I'm gonna put the link. You can actually DM. I'm sure it's gonna be Junior and I want to reply, or maybe Tom. Yeah.
Either or. Yeah. You can put it all on you this way, aren't we?
All right, cool. And for the brand, sorry, man, something is coming. All right, that's what I can say. All right, thank you guys for today.
For the community. That's correct. Something's coming for the community.
Good, coming from the community. All right, so that's from Birmingham, West Midland as well. All right.
See
You guys take care, man. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take care.
All right.